Hey everyone, and welcome to our online success. It's Mark Gibbons. Thank you for stopping by. It is day 3, and I have a special news alert, broadcast news alert. As you can see by my format, I was getting ready to do day 3, business building tips on advertising. I also was able to put our website here, ouronlinesuccess.com. So now certainly if you're finding me on YouTube and watching my videos, you certainly now have the address, ouronlinesuccess.com, for our blog. And as you know, it's a new blog. It's only day 3. It's a work in progress. But as I am learning and growing in my 30 days to $10,000 and my 15K program with Empower Network and Big Idea Mastermind, I'm learning and growing and moving forward in my business. And I'm really, I guess you would say I'm taking it on faith. Typically, I'm a detail person. I like to know the details, the ins, the outs, the whats, the whatnots. But you know what? I watched the video, the first video for the 15K program by David Wood, and he said, you just have to do it. Just do it. Just jump in, do what they say, and do it. And one of the things I have to do is blog every day. And also, I decided to add the video so I really can get to know you and you can get to know me. Hi, I'm Mark Gibbons, Our Online Success. It's going to be our success, your success, my success. Everyone that tunes in and watches and joins my team, or people, you don't have to join my team. Certainly, you could come in and get the free value. Eventually, probably next week, I'm actually going to be having a webinar with my mentor, Vic, who's the creator of Big Idea Mastermind, and he's going to talk about some traffic topics. And, I think it's going to be a great format, a lot of value. Keep your credit card in your pocket or in the other room. You won't have to access that. But back to my did it news. Now, we're in New England and we get snow. Sunday we got about 8 inches of snow, and I shoveled for 2 hours, took a break, shoveled for 2 more hours, and I was beat. Today is Tuesday. I commuted with my wife. I left my job, and normally it takes me about an hour to get to my wife's job, and it took me almost 2 hours. And then normally it takes us about an hour to get home, and it took us again almost 2 hours. So instead of being in the car for 2 hours, we were in the car I was in the car anyway, for 4 hours. Now, it's okay. Do you know why? I was learning, I was growing, I was building my mind. I didn't have the news on, I didn't have the weather on. I could see what the weather was right through my window. But you know what I had on? I had David Wood. And David Wood, I actually have a podcast. Let me see if I can find it over here. Here he is, David Wood. I actually had Empower Network Bootcamp Day 5 on my iPhone. And I heard this great story of this guy named John, who started in the business with no network marketing or internet marketing experience, with $300 and basically almost homeless. And you know how he made $30,000 in less than a year. $30,000 in less than a year. And you know what? Wow, I thought this is great. This program, you just plug in and do it. And what Dave Wood says on this video is just plug in and do it. What this newbie, John, said is, don't Google, don't search, don't do outside programs, don't do other add-on affiliate programs. Just hop into the Empower Network, do the 15K program, and it gives you the 30-day step-by-step. Actually, it's a 90-day program. You're setting goals for 90 days. I'm only on day 3, so I don't have all the skinny, but as I get it, I'll get it. So even though I was in the car, I listened to day 5, and then after day 5, when I picked up my wife, I listened to day 1. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. I listened to day 1, and it starts in the beginning, and it just tells you what to do in the beginning and how to be successful by plugging in, taking massive action, blogging every day, doing videos, doing marketing, committing, doing your schedule, setting your goals, the things we did on the first 2 days. So today is day 3, but since I was in the car for 4 hours, then I had to come home and shovel for another few hours. I was kind of beat. I still had every intention of coming upstairs and doing my video and doing my blog post as I promised. As you can see, I have my outline here already, but then I checked my email, and on my email I saw an email from my dad, and it said next man up 12/17, December 17th. That's today. And it says that, where was it? Up here. Here was the headlines. Ray, which is my older brother, just called to let us know Brian will be playing Wednesday night in Madison Square Garden against the New York Rangers. My nephew Brian has been playing with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, the American Hockey League team, and he was just called up to the National Hockey League. Now that's great news. The last time he was called up last month on November 18th, his first NHL game, he scored a goal and he had an assist. So I thought that was pretty exciting. So I thought, why not do a blog post about my nephew, and why not film a little video, and why not put an image in there, and why not put a video in there? So what I did is I got my father's email here. I went out to the Pittsburgh Penguins official site here, and I saw it, Penguins recall forward Brian Gibbons. Then they have the little picture here. This picture was too small to put on my blog for whatever reason. And, they had all the links. My first instinct, for whatever reason, I guess we're all kind of conditioned, was to put it up on Facebook. And I did put it up on Facebook. There I am, Mark Gibbons. There's our Granite United Church Christmas series there. I put it on Facebook, but then I thought, that's not promoting my blog. And, I'm here to learn how to blog and how to market and how to advertise. And, posting stuff on Facebook, that's not really the cutting it. So I went to my blog. Here's my blog. There's my picture. And here it is. I put it up right here. I put the link right here to the news article. So it's not like I'm copywriting anybody. So you get the news article there. You get the picture here. And if you click on the picture, I was able to embed a video on the picture. So this is going to go to a video. And sure, why don't we watch? I don't hear any sound. But this basically is Brian on his first game scoring his goal. Okay, we can pause that and go back to the blog post. So I was able to put a picture in, link the picture to a video, put a title in, link it to the news article, obviously customize a little bit with Go Brian Gibbons, number 49. Talk a little bit about, exciting for the Gibbons family. There's the little article, and there's my video too. So that was it. So that's my blog post. That's my news. Brian Gibbons playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's number 49. He's playing on Wednesday, December 18th in Madison Square Garden. That's in New York. So any Ranger fans or Pittsburgh fans, why don't you take a break from the business a little bit and, watch my nephew play and cheer him on. And that's Mark Gibbons of Our Online Success signing off. Sorry I went over 8 minutes, but I will be shorter on my next video. Thanks so much for stopping by. God bless and have a great day. Bye-bye.